Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is brought to you by Cricut. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make their free face mask. So this file you can find in Cricut Design Space as well as a PDF over on their blog. They have also created for you a free no-sew cut file. You can now find that over in Cricut Design Space as well, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and jump right into Cricut Design Space. You can see all the face masks here and you're just going to pick whichever size you want. So I've chosen the small, medium, adult. Please note they have a little caution here. These are not rated for disease control and not considered PPE. In the description down below, I will have a direct link over to the CDC website where they talk about this so you can find out more information. Now, if we scroll a little further down, you're going to see where it lists everything you will need. Also over on Cricut's blog, you can find exact measurements for their elastic for the different sizes. Alright, so let's go ahead and click Make It. You're going to notice that it wants us to load the pin. This is the fabric pin, the rotary blade, and we'll be ready to hit go. Now, you do not have to use the fabric pin. It definitely helps give you some guidelines, but if you're more of a professional sewist, you definitely don't have to. First thing you want to do is cut your material down to size. I just cut mine around 12 by 12 so it would fit on the mat. You can use your rotary blade, you can use a pair of scissors. Now I've already pre-washed mine, so definitely make sure you do that so it don't shrink. So we've cut all our material, we're ready to go. You're going to load this face down on your fabric mat, which is pink, and you want to use your brayer tool. If you have one, it does help get it down a lot smoother. Next, you need to load your fabric pin if you're going to use one, as well as your rotary blade. Then we're going to load our material and hit go. Your machine's now going to draw out your sewing lines, and then it's going to take the rotary blade and cut out your design. Once all of your pieces are cut out, you want to take your matching pieces and put them together, pretty sides together, and we're going to stitch right along that draw line right there. So you're just going to get it underneath your foot. Now make sure when you start out that you put the reverse and put a few back stitches and then continue to sew. And once we get to the other end, once again, make sure you stop and reverse. And then that's it. You're just going to snip it and it'll look just like that. So then we're going to do the same thing to the other one. Now I'm going to take my scissors and just clean up any loose threads, and then I'm going to take my scissors and snip right along where we just sewed, except for make sure you do not touch the sew line. So don't accidentally clip into that. You're going to do that to both pieces. So this is the middle part of the mask, the part that we just sewn. You're just putting some snip lines, and what this is going to do is when we flip it like this, it's going to help that fall into place better. So that's all that is. So you're just snipping that to help that kind of guide that into place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push all of our material to one side. You could definitely press this and make it go over. It's just really easy. And then we're going to get it under here and we're going to stitch right against the first line. So you're just moving over just a slight and you're going to stitch down that excess fabric that we just snipped. So it's just pushing it all to one side and making it pretty. So it's basically making it look finished. See? Just like that. So we're going to do that to the next one. So once again, this is just to make it look more finished. Now we're ready to press the sides. So you're just going to fold over right at that line. You're going to take your little mini easy press, your iron, or whatever you have handy. You can even finger press this with your fingers. You're just going to press those sides down. And then now with this one, you're going to fold over. So you're going to fold over to that first line. You're going to press it. And then you can fold over again to that other line, and that's going to make our casing for our elastic. So I've just folded both sides. Now I'm folding the bigger line, as you can see here, and that's just going to make that casing. So you're going to do it to both sides. Now that you have all of your sides pressed, we're just going to stitch straight down. Now don't forget to do your forward and reverse right there at the beginning and the end. Now for the front of your mask, these pieces are for our casing. So you want to stitch all the way against the edge. The other one I did right in the middle, but this one you want to do right against the edge to the left. Now that we have all of our sides stitched, we're going to put both sides of the pretties together, and I'm just going to find the center. So I'm just going to line up the top and the bottom of the center there, and then now we're going to stitch down, not from the outside there, from the inside where I was pointing. That's where you want to start, because remember, you don't want to sew over the casing because we have to get our elastic through there. Now when you get to the middle, you can leave your needle down and lift your foot up, and that will help you turn your mask, so that way you can stay straight on that line. Once again, don't forget to do your reverse and forward stitches at the beginning and the end of each piece. You're going to repeat the same process to the other side. You're almost done. So all you have left to do is inside this out, and then you're just going to take your fingers along the seams there and you're just going to press it out, and this is going to help it start to take shape, so you guys can start to see that now. So you're just going to get that as much as you can, and then you're going to take your little mini easy press and press that out. Take your iron, whatever you have. Some people just finger press, so whatever you have, definitely do that. You can see I'm kind of pushing the mask in. I'm just pressing that out to get a nice smooth finish. All right, so now you are ready for the elastic. So get your elastic and get a safety pin, get it right there on the end, and this is going to help fish it through here. So you're just going to start on one side, and you're just going to start pushing it through. You may grab the little fabric there, kind of pull it through, and you're going to go through one side there, as you can see, and then you'll start to work your way and start coming through the other top. So you're kind of making a full loop, almost like a full circle, and you're going to come back through there, and then you'll see your ends in just a second. Once again, you can find the measurements for these over on Cricut's blog. This one, for example, was 18 inches. You're going to overlap those, take them over to your sewing machine. If you have a zigzag stitch, you definitely want to do that. I don't. Mine is a straight stitch. So I just went forward and backward several times, and then it was good to go. All right, so then we're going to snip it here. Now you guys can see that's ready to go. All you're going to do is fish it back inside. So you want to hide it. So I'm just kind of pulling it back through one side, kind of pull the fabric a little, and then there you go. It's good to go. So there's your face mask. Cricut has made this super easy to make. It's so easy. I promise you guys, you can use your Maker, your Explorer Air 2, and if you don't have a Cricut, you can find a free PDF file over on Cricut's blog. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.